Well, happy Tuesday and welcome to VA Careers Live. My name is Mike Owens and I'm a national recruiter with the Veterans Health Administration, as well as your host for our weekly segment, Talk About It Tuesday. If you're here for the first time, I just want to let you know that we are here every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Time. So feel free to grab that snack, grab a drink, and join us as we talk about careers here at VA. Now, again, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you've been with us for the last 3 years, we do want you to be part of the conversation. So please don't be shy. Don't feel like you just have to listen. If you have anything you would like to ask us, or if you have anything you'd like to share, maybe you have some advice that can add on to the conversation. No matter what it is, if it's about VA careers, put that in the comment section. Go ahead and leave any questions and any comments. My team and I, we like to go through those questions and comments. We'd like to answer those questions and comments throughout the day, but sometimes we get a bunch of comments, so we have to kind of drag it out throughout the week. But again, we're here to answer all questions and address any comments. And lastly, we all know someone that wants to work here at VA, so we want to get this information out to as many people as possible. So please hit that share button. Now, we do have a couple of hashtags that are associated with our broadcast. The first one is hashtag VA Careers. Again, hashtag VA Careers, and the second one is hashtag Work at VA. Again, hashtag VA Careers and hashtag Work at VA. And so with that, I just want to say once again, I thank you all for watching, whether again you're watching for the first time or you've been watching us for the last 3 years or any time in between. Thank you for watching, and we're always excited to have you with us for Talk About It Tuesday, especially on this February 22nd. 27th. I'm sorry, February 27th. So with that being said, before we get into our broadcast, you all know that I do like the question of the day because I like to get to know our audience a little bit. So we were looking up, me and my team were looking up some question to ask today, and so we went to National Day website. So today is National Insomnia Awareness Day. So again, National Insomnia Awareness Day. I hope I'm saying that word right. But so again, this is about sleep. I don't want to know if anyone suffers with insomnia. That's what you guys go through. That's your private lives. But the question that comes out of this National Day, the National Insomnia Awareness Day, is the question of the day is, what is your normal bedtime? So if you could pick a time or maybe a time range, what would you say normally on a normal day or normal night? What time do you normally decide to go to sleep? So I'll start first. I'm more between 11 p.m. and midnight. When I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I actually went to bed earlier, maybe between 10 and 10:30. But now I'm in my 40s now, and I'm a little bit older, and so I normally go to bed anywhere between 11 p.m. and midnight. So again, if you want to go ahead and share that with us, of course, you don't have to, but we like to know a little bit about our audience. So for National Insomnia Awareness Day, because it is Insomnia Awareness, our question of the day is, on the average, what is your bedtime? And you don't have to give us an exact time. If you have more of a range, like I said, with me, it's between 11 p.m. and midnight. But if you do have a range, we would love to hear about that. So while you guys are putting that in the comment section, I can't wait to see that. I'll talk a little bit about today's episode. Today is going to be kind of like we did a few weeks ago when we did the Truth or Myth episode, where it's going to be a very interactive. So if you're not next to your keyboard, go ahead and get to that, because we're going to be asking a bunch of questions throughout the episode today. So today we're going to be talking about the general schedule pay grade, the pay scale. So general schedule, or most of you know it as the GS pay scale. We're going to be talking a little bit about that today. So the GS, now government, federal employees, there are multiple pay scales that we get paid off. So for most of us who are, white collar workers within the federal government, more your professional, your technical, administrative, and clerical positions, most of us are on the general schedule or GS pay scale. And those pay grades range from GS1 all the way up to GS15. So there's 15 grades within the GS. We do have some people in the federal government that are on a wage grade, which is the WG. Those would be more of your blue collar workers, more like your plumbers and your hands-on type technical skills. And then if you go into the clinician pay scales, you have at the VA, physicians are on one pay scale. You have nurses that are on another pay scale. So There are different pay scales within the federal government, but today we're going to talk about the one that affects most federal employees. Again, that's the general schedule, or as most of you know it, it's a GS pay scale. So as I mentioned earlier, the GS pay scale covers mostly your white collar federal employees, which again, your professionals, your technical, administrative and clerical positions. All right. As I mentioned, those grades go through grade 1 through 15. Um, and um, and there's just a lot of different information that we can go on about that. But yes, but the way jobs get their GS pay scale. So let's say I'm a hired manager and I want to I have an opening in my office and I put together the job announcement, then I go ahead and send it over to classification, and classification tells me, or I can put my desire. Maybe I want that employee that I'm going to be hiring to be a GS9. So I send out the classification. Classification tells me, hey, that's good, or this job announcement doesn't meet the GS9 requirements, and then you have to redo it and everything. So each grade is based off of the level of difficulty, responsibility, and qualifications required. Understand? Um, so again, there's a lot of different qualifications. Like if I want to bring someone on as a GS9, there are certain requirements that candidate has to meet. Or if I want to bring someone as a GS11, of course, there's another set of requirements that person has to meet. And that's for every grade, whether it's GS1, GS7, or when you get into the senior grades, which are GS13, 14, and 15. All right. So what we're going to do today is that we went on to VA Careers and USA Jobs, and we pulled a handful of job announcements. So I'm going to kind of read the job title and give you a little description. And what I want you to do is I want you to guess what the GS pays, what is the GS pay grade for that position. And again, you can go ahead and take your guess, and I'll give you maybe 5 seconds to kind of put your answers in the comment section. Then from there, we'll go ahead and reveal which pay grade that job holds are. So again, it's very interactive today, just like we did a few weeks ago with our Truth or Myths episode. We want you to be interactive. We want to make this more interactive, so you're not just listening to me talk or someone else that's up here. But again, so today, again, I'm going to kind of describe a job announcement. I'm not going to tell. Now, these are actual job announcements that are open on USA Jobs. So if I mention a position that you're interested in, you're like, wow, I think I can do that. These are actually positions that are actually open on USA Jobs. So if you see some, if I mention a job announcement and you're like, well, man, I'm qualified for that, go over to VA Careers and go apply for that job. So again, today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna describe a few job announcements, and in the comment section, I want you to put in the comment section which pay grade do you think that job is. I'll give you a few seconds, then we'll go ahead and reveal the answer. Again, the pay grades are GS 1 through 15. You could put, when you answer the question, you can put just one pay grade. Maybe if I announce I'm talking about a certain job announcement, you may think, that's a GS9. Go ahead and put GS9, or you can put a range. You can put, maybe that's a GS9 through 11, or maybe that's a GS13 through 14. Maybe it's a GS5 through 6. So you can put a pay range, or you can put just one pay grade. So I hope that I was able to make sense of this description. So we're going to go ahead and start. All right. We're going to go ahead and start. So the first position we're going to talk about today is, this position is a licensed practical nurse and in a community living center. So an LPN, licensed practical nurse, is here for the Veterans Health Administration. And it is located in, I think, Aspinwall, Pennsylvania. So if you're from Aspinwall, Pennsylvania, if you ever heard of Aspinwall, Pennsylvania, go ahead and give yourself a shout out in the comment section. I will be saying the locations of these job announcements. So this LPN is stationed at the VA facility, a VA clinic in Aspinwall, Pennsylvania. All right. This LPN provides compassionate, veteran-centered care in safe and home-like environment to eligible veterans who require nursing home level care. All right. The LPN demonstrates knowledge and ability to provide a full range of practical nursing care to patients with a variety of physical and or behavioral problems, has a detailed working knowledge of practical nursing skills and procedures. Okay, so a community living center at the VA is more like a nursing home type of environment at one of our VA facilities. So this LPN will be at a VA facility in Aspinwall, Pennsylvania. So what pay grade do you think that we're trying to hire this LPN as? And again, the pay grades range from 1 through 15. You can pick one pay grade or you can do a range. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to maybe kind of put your answer in the comment section, and we will go ahead and reveal that in a few seconds. So go ahead and do that. I'll just wait a few seconds. Again, this is for a licensed practical nurse in Aspinwall, Pennsylvania. All right. I wish I had kind of the Jeopardy theme like music that I can play while we're doing this. All right, pencils down. So the answer is, drum roll. All right, GS 3 through 6. So this licensed practical nurse, now actually they're hiring many vacancies. So if you are a licensed practical nurse, if you have that skill, or you have your certificate in practical nursing or your degree, and you are in the Aspinwall, Pennsylvania area, or you want to work in Aspinwall, Pennsylvania, they're not just hiring one person. This announcement says there's many vacancies, so they're looking for a lot of practical LPNs out in Aspinwall. So if you're an LPN and you want to move to Pennsylvania, or you live in Pennsylvania, there's a good job opening that's open. And again, the answer is GS 3 through 6. So you can be hired on the GS 3, 4, 5, or 6. So good. Thanks. So I can't wait to go in the comment section and see how many of you got that right. So the next occupation that we're going to talk about today is a healthcare engineer. Okay, someone who has an engineering degree and they want to come over and work for the VA. Maybe they're, a healthcare engineer. They're like a plethora of they're like a jack of all trades when it comes to engineering around the building, whether it's structural or maybe it's medical equipment that's used on a daily basis in our different clinics. These engineers are responsible for making sure that equipment works well. They troubleshoot it. They make sure it's set up correctly. And they monitor the equipment, because again, when you're a veteran, and we want to make sure that we take care of our nation veterans, we want to make sure that not only that all of our equipment is there, we want to make sure that it is in working order and it's doing what it has to do to make sure that our nation veterans are accurately and given quality care. All right. So this occupation is a healthcare engineer, and this position is open at the VA facility in Boston. So if you're up in the New England area, in the Boston area, this healthcare engineer position is open. This is another one that has many vacancies. So this is not just one vacancy. There are vacancies open in Brockton, Massachusetts, Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. So this is a healthcare engineer in the Boston area. And I'll just read like a small description. It says, this position serves as a project engineer at an assigned Department of Veterans Affairs healthcare system, which is Boston. This position performs project planning, produces designs, manages construction, and provides construction administration for minor construction projects, non-reoccurring maintenance, station-level projects, and leases in all areas and aspects at the assigned medical center, which would be, again, in the VA area around, in the VA hospital in Boston and the Massachusetts area. So, again, this is a healthcare engineer that handles a plethora of engineering tasks, whether it's structural, construction, or medical equipment. So, which pay grade do you feel this healthcare engineer, or these healthcare engineers, because there's more than one vacancy, which pay grade do you feel like this person is going to come in as? So I'll go ahead and give you 5 seconds. Again, this is for healthcare engineer positions in the New England area, in the Massachusetts area. I hope I'm saying Massachusetts correct. All right, so time's up. So these engineers that are being hired or being sought out for this position, they're going to come in as a GS-12. All right, so this is a GS-12 position. So if you are an engineer, if you have an engineering degree and you want to work in the healthcare system, and you want to either move to the Massachusetts area, or you live in the Massachusetts area and you want to be part of the VA healthcare system out in Boston, go ahead and search up for healthcare engineers. It is open to the public. So again, if you are an engineer, you have an engineering degree, and you wish to work for VA, those positions are open, and go ahead over there and apply for that position. All right. So the next one we're going to do today, all right, is all right. So we're looking for, all right. So the next announcement that we're looking for. So again, if you are just tuning in and you wasn't here from the beginning, I'll kind of pause for a second. We are playing a game called Name the GS Pay Grade or Name the GS Level. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going over some job announcements that are actually open on USA Jobs. And I'm going to give you just a brief description. And in the comment section, you're going to put what GS level you think that this person who's going to get hired for this position is going to be. So I'll give you some clues. I'll give you I'll give you a little description, and you go ahead and guess what pay grade you think this position is for. So this next position that we're talking about today is for physical therapy. So a physical therapist. So if you're a physical therapist out there, I know your ears are perking. This location is, we're in the Midwest. All right. So North Platte. I think it's Platte or Platte. North Platte, Nebraska. So if you're in the Nebraska area or you're somewhere near Nebraska, if you're a Huskers fan out there in Nebraska, go ahead and put that in the comment section. So North Platte, Nebraska, the VA system out there is seeking a physical therapist. All right. A physical therapist. Now, unfortunately, this announcement is only looking for one. It's only one vacancy. So whoever gets hired for this position is only going to be one person. It's not open to many vacancies like the last one was. All right. So again, this one is for a physical therapist. All right. And again, the Nebraska. So this is the Nebraska, Western Iowa. So again, the VA system in Nebraska and the Western Iowa healthcare system. All right. Physical therapists within this system will integrate concepts of whole health into their plans. This includes incorporating examination findings with the patient's preference in order to set clinically appropriate treatment goals, optimize outcomes, optimize functional independence, and to actionize concepts of whole person health. So again, this job announcement that we're talking about is in the VA system out in the Nebraska and Western Iowa healthcare system. They're looking for a physical therapist. And what pay grade do you feel that this physical therapist is going to come in as? So with that, go ahead and I'll give you 5 more seconds to kind of give us that guess. All right. Again, this is for a physical therapist out in the Midwest, Nebraska and Western Iowa. Again, if you're from Nebraska or the Western Iowa area, go ahead and put a shout out in the comment section. So with that being said, pencils down. So the person who's going to eventually get selected for this position will come in as a GS 11 or GS 12. So there's a pay range for this announcement. It's GS 11 to 12, which means that person can come on as a GS 11 and then eventually get promoted as a GS 12. Or if that person has GS 12 qualifications, they can come on as a GS 12. So again, thank you for guessing that, and I can't wait to see how many good answers that we have. So our next position, all right, so this one is for human resources specialist, human resources, so HR. So this human resources specialist will be dealing with employee benefits, and what this human resources specialist is going to be hired for, they're going to deal with the onboarding process for all of those awesome candidates that are going to be hired in this VA system. So again, we're now talking about a human resources specialist position, a job opening. It's under employee benefits, and they're going to be helping and working through the onboarding process for those who are selected for VA position, whether those are newcomers to the VA or even employees that are already with the VA that are switching from one position to the next. So this HR specialist will be in, again in the Midwest. Well, I don't know if Minnesota is considered a bit west. If it is, so there are many vacancies. So this is not going to be one HR specialist. So under this announcement, they're hiring for many HR specialists. All right, so the areas that this announcement covers is Des Moines, Iowa, Iowa City, Eagan, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, Omaha, Nebraska, Fargo, North Dakota, Fort Meade, South Dakota, Hot Springs, South Dakota, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So this vacancy will allow those in Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, and North and South Dakota to be able to hire HR human resources specialists. And again, these human resources specialists that are going to get hired under this vacancy will be dealing with more of the onboarding process for those who are coming into the VA for the first time, or necessarily VA employees that are going to be transferring. So with that being said, all of these HR specialists that are being hired, what pay grade do you think they're going to be hired as? And I'll give you a hint, it's not just one pay grade. This one's going to be a pay range. So do you think it's going to be from do you think it's going to be from GS 5 to 6, 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 13 to 15? Which one? So again, this announcement is for HR specialists who are going to be working in the Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota areas. So they're going to be handling onboarding. So I'll give you 5 more seconds. All right. And 3, 2, 1. All right, pencils down. So this announcement is for GS 7 through 9. So you may have some that are going to get on hired as GS 7, or if they have more qualifications or a more thorough application, they may even come on as a GS 9. So again, but if you do come on as a GS 7, eventually, and if you do well in your job, you get good performance appraisals, you will eventually get promoted to GS9. So if you do come in at the lower, so always remember, if you do come in at the lower grade on a job announcement, you will eventually get promoted to the higher pay grade if you check off all the requirements for that higher pay grade and everything. So, all right. So good job today. So we're going to do, let's go. We're going to go ahead and do another one. All right. So the next one. All right, now this one is a popular one. It's a medical support assistant. So, or some of you may know it as an MSA, but a medical support assistant. All right. And this one, they're looking for 2 people under this vacancy. So it says there's 2 vacancies under this announcement. So 2 people will get hired from this announcement for a medical support assistant. And this is in Togus, Maine. Togus, Maine. So the Midwest and the New England area is getting love on this episode today. So if you're in the Togus area, the Togus, Maine area, go ahead and give us a shout out. Or from the last announcement, if you're from the Minnesota area, the Iowa area, the Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota area, go ahead and give a shout out in the comment section too. But for this announcement that we're on, it's open to the public. And this hiring manager is looking for 2 medical support assistants. Both of these medical support assistants will be working in the Togus, Maine area. All right. And it says the medical support assistant is an ambulatory care business office services at the VA Maine Healthcare Systems. Again, it's located at Togus. This is a full-time position. And so a medical support system is responsible for a wide range of assignments and provides administrative support to increase scheduling and communication integrity across all services. Work is performed collaboratively in an interdisciplinary interdisciplinary coordinated care delivery model. So MSAs, they're administrative assistants to all the services within the hospital. They do things like prepare correspondence and memos. They answer calls from veterans or from other services. They collect and update insurance information from veterans and their family members or eligible patients. They enter all type of information into the system regarding veterans. So this is a very important position because their MSAs are a lot of times the first line of communication to veterans who are seeking to get their healthcare done within the VA, or those who are currently getting their healthcare done in the VA. So with that being said, again, this is a medical support assistant. This job announcement is in the VA Maine healthcare system, particularly Togus, Maine. So I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what pay grade. This one is another one that's a pay range, so it covers more than one pay grade. So with that being said, I'll give you 5 seconds and we'll see if you all can guess what that would be. All right, and 3, 2, 1. So whoever gets hired in these medical support assistant positions, again, there's 2 vacancies. The pay range is GS3, 4, and 5. So GS3 through 5. So again, you can get hired as a 3. You can get hired as a GS4 or a GS5. GS5 is the max for this actual job announcement. But if you get hired as a GS5, that's going to be, you're going to get hired at the max pay grade for this job. Obviously, if you want to be a GS6, you would have to apply for another position. But if you do get hired on a GS3 or GS4, you will, if you meet all the requirements of the job and you have good job performance appraisals, you can eventually get promoted to up to the full maximum pay grade, which is GS5 for this position. All right. So it looks like we have time for one more. First of all, I want to thank everybody for playing along. I know that we try to do different things. We try to do different things around here to make sure it's interactive, to kind of keep this program fresh. Again, if you're just catching the program, which means you're just logging in, we're playing a game called Just Guess the GS Pay Grade. So what I'm doing is I'm basically I'm giving you a description of a job announcement that's actually open on VA Careers and USA Jobs. I'll give you a little description, and you can guess, put it in the comment section what you think the pay grade for this position is. So the last one we're going to do for today is we're going to do one. This is actually for a VA police officer. So yes, VA has its own police force. You get hired on as a VA police officer. You go through the onboarding process, and VA has its own police academy. So you'll go out to the VA Police Academy. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's out in Arkansas. If you are a VA police or you're familiar with that and I got that wrong, you can go ahead and correct me in the comment section. But I think the VA Police Academy is out in Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. But this position is for our VA police officer. It is in Brownsburg, Indiana. So if you're near Brownsburg, Indiana, or in the Indiana area, just as a whole, go ahead and put that in the comment section. Give yourselves a shout out. This actual vacancy. Now, unfortunately, this vacancy is already closed. I'm looking at it. So we picked it out a few days, and it looks like that they've already hired for this position. I don't know how many they hired for. They said that they had a few vacancies that were open, so they were hiring more than one VA police officer. But this is in Brownsburg, Indiana. It's a VA police officer. The mission of the VA police is to serve and protect veterans, patients, employees, contractors, volunteers, affiliates, visitors, and those who frequent VA facilities. So there's a lot of different hands that the VA police have in a medical center, but their main goal is to make sure that anyone who's in our facility, whether it's a veteran, employee, volunteer, or anyone visiting our facility, is kept safe. And they do a pretty good job. We don't really have any incidents of a lot of incidents of things happening or things getting out of hand at our facilities. And a lot of that is for the professionalism of the VA police. So if you are watching and you're a VA police, go ahead and give yourselves a shout out. You guys do a great job. If you work on a police force outside of the VA and you're interested in coming to the VA as a VA police officer, there are positions open out there. And so this is for VA police this is in Indiana, Brownsburg, Indiana. So what do you think that these VA police are going? What pay grade, the GS pay grade, do you think these VA police will come on at? So I'll go ahead and give you 5 more seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1. All right, so these, again, unfortunately, this job is already closed. So if your ears perked up because I said police and you want to be a VA police, there are other openings out there, but this particular one is already closed, and it looks like hiring has been complete. So this pay grade, these police officers that were selected for this position came on as GS6. So they're going to be police officers under the GS6 pay grade. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys playing along. I really can't see the answers while I'm communicating, but once I get off and get into the comment section, I know I like to interact with you guys in the comment section. So I'll go ahead and go and look at all your questions, but I do appreciate you guys participating today. Again, we try to make this program fresh. So we're going to do some things there so often that makes the program interactive with that. Again, if you didn't tune in the beginning, we did have a question of the day. Today is National Insomnia Awareness Day. So today is February 27th, and it is National Insomnia Awareness Day. So the question that kind of relates to insomnia is if you have a bedtime on a norm, just on a normal average, what time do you normally go to bed? As I mentioned earlier, I go to bed normally between 11 p.m. and 12 midnight time frame. I know we have some early birds out there. I know we have some night owls, or maybe some of you work night jobs, so you sleep during the day. So whatever your bedtime is, no matter what time it is, go ahead and put that in the comment section, and I'm looking forward to seeing those answers. So with that, we're not at the bottom of the hour. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in every week. Again, if this is your first time, come join us next Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Or if you've been watching us for some months or years, come back on. We always look forward to seeing you. We always look forward to having you. I appreciate you watching us. I appreciate you all in the comment section. I appreciate any type of input that you bring to this broadcast. So thank you for watching. If you know it's Tuesday, we're definitely going to talk about it. And we will definitely see you on next week. Have a great day and have a great lunch.